Welcome to eSeniors. This is the sixth race in the series of 8, and we are at Valencia. And these are the standings. I'm starting with the silver group. So we have two groups here in the GT3 for ACC, where Terry Trowbridge has 209 points. So it's very tight here in the top, 209 points for Terry. Thomas Renier won the last race. He has 198 points. Then we have Daniel Britos, P4 last race, 188 points. Brian Banks, P4 in the championship, 149 points. And then we have Kevin Torrance from New Zealand. Early morning for him. I was point that out, and you can see that he's very consistent there with P6. All those races we have won, you get to the worst result in your series is dropped. So he has 136 points. So pretty tight here, top 5. Let's look at the Platinum group. There they are. Diego Coscio, very fast driver. He won the last 2 races. He had 224 points. Chris Bourne, P2, the last race is 203 points. Then we have Stuart Packham, P4, last race, 156 points. Brian Harford just behind there, 154 in P4 in the championship. Derek Bird, 152 in the championship. So P3 there is a battle for that for sure. So we'll see what's going to happen in today's race. It's not going to be rain. We had rain in our LMU race. That was yesterday, and I couldn't participate. I had visitors, but I'm going to participate on Sunday where we do the LMU sprint. Let's look at this picture here where we mention our sponsors. So we have ReferTech. So what is ReferTech, you may ask? ReferTech's platform makes it simple to monetize your business connections with generous commissions and transparent tracking. Turn your business connections into recurring income. Refer companies that need tech solutions and earn generous commissions. ReferTech, that's our sponsor. And then we have Syndeo, technology brokers specialized in voice, contact center and cybersecurity solutions. So Syndeo advisors will help you select the best technology solution for your business. So these guys are helping us to keep the show running. So we really appreciate the sponsorship that we get. And yeah, Brian is trying off the rain. Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. Maybe we should have a dry season, the next one. All right, let's get in on the stream and look at some cars that move around. Actually, we had let's look at Daniel Britos. Daniel Britos from Argentina. If you are familiar with these seniors, you know that this is a very international crowd. So we have Argentina and many other. Actually, what we can do for a minute here, we can just show the nations. We have 19 cars on track for the moment. And you can see the different nations here, which is pretty cool. While they're doing their out laps. So we have 15-minute qualifying, so we run both of the groups at the same time for that purpose. And you see who is platinum and who is silver. So the silver is the gray silver color, and the platinum group, it's only 6 drivers from platinum right now. We have had the time zone change, so the US had to adapt to the time zone for Europe this time around, so that might have precluded some guys from being able to race. But tomorrow everyone should be back, synced back again. And the race That is 50 minutes, 5-0. And there is one pit stop. You don't need to change tires, but most people do. So about halfway through, we're going to start to see some pit stops. So that's always exciting, because that might change things a little bit, depending. Because some people might actually forget to practice the pit stop. Okay, here we have Steve Young, prolific streamer and also one of our fastest guys. So he's driving in the Platinum group. Mike Mileski driving his Ferrari, 7-up Ferrari. Mike is just back. He's moved down from Canada to Arizona that's his winter spot. Enjoying the sunshine and warmth there. And Diego Coscio. My money is on him today. It's unbelievable. This track is a track we haven't done that much, I think, but I like it. It's fun. It's a one of the newer track, you could say. It came out with, one of the latest tracks that came out with the ACC. I think I remember it like that. But so Coscio currently in the top. See what Chris Bourne and Harford can do. You should see them up there shortly. Sure enough, Chris Bourne P2 right now. And Koski is on his new fastest lap. Let's look in his cockpit for a little bit. Oh, can't do that. All right. Yes, let's see. A lap with Coscio really opens up the turn. We can go wide out on that green area on this track. Then we have this long kind of double turn left-hander. Here comes another left-hander. You can see how we short shift, and this turn is really pretty difficult. And you can always go wide on this track, looks like, on the green area, and a runoff. It's not a super long track either, but he's running really good time. He's up on his time, 2:10s. See if he can keep that up. Have to be so patient on that turn. Not get on it too early. Yeah, here's the really one, and it's really easy to overcook this turn. And then you have to stay on your left, open up a little bit. And be patient on the throttle here when you go out on the straights. Looks like it's going to improve here with 3/10s, looks like. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's, who should we look at next? Here's Chris Bourne. So we have more than a second between Coscio and Bourne. Here's Peter David from Canada, hitting a P7 for the total at the moment, which would be then second place here for silver if he keeps this up. He's gonna start then next to Trowbridge. Let's see if that's gonna happen. Let me know if the volume from the cars are okay. I've been tweaking a little bit with that. Derek Bird in his Slade livery, running even on his previous time. Peter David up 2.10s. We have Mirj Ponov here. We haven't seen him for a little bit. From Macedonia, car 69. Here's Brian Harford, one of our platinum drivers. A little bit further back than I would think. Maybe he's not too used to this track. Like I mentioned, we haven't really been running this that much, which makes it fun because ACC have a lot of different tracks, more than LMU. It's a little bit easy to mix things up. Eric Langlois from France in his pink Porsche. It's up 2.10s. No one is really doing any dramatic improvements on their times. See a lot of red markers. Langlois is looking to pass Ambro. Yeah, just a couple of tenths between. If he keeps this up, he might pass Ambro. Oh, yellow flag there, Langlois Nilsson. Nice, Richard McKay. How's Steve Young doing? Okay, he stopped on track. It's less than 5 minutes remaining. Ambro up on time quite a bit. Get in his cockpit. If he can keep this up. Yes, I think that is Thomas in front. Can get on the throttle here. Lost a little bit of time, but he's still up. See if he jumps up from the 13. Okay, P11 for Ambro. 3 minutes left. Koskio 1:29.9, and a little bit less than a second is born behind. Looking to improve this lap at the moment. See, no one is out for another try. So welcome everyone on the stream. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not done so. Appreciate if you click the like button. Let's see, Harford now. If Harford can do better. Because he's in the bottom of the platinum. So actually Peter David sits in first place, pole position for silver at the moment. Great effort for him. So Peter David's best result in silver has been a P5. He has missed 2 races. Okay, Harford calls it quits there. See someone on the track. One of up in P5 at the moment. We haven't looked at Shannon. All the way in the back at the moment. Less than a minute remaining. See if we can make some improvements on his very last lap. Up 2/10 at the moment. All right, come on. Oh, he's up 7. He lost 10. He lost 2/10 so far. And half a second up, see if he can push up. Yeah, P16 for Shannon. Great push, last lap. Another push here is Pornov. Kind of even with his time, but gained a little bit. Let's see what he can deliver. Hey Radislav, welcome to the stream. Pornov is behind. Did he get a good exit? Yeah. If he gets another 10, that's not enough for advancement though. So there it is. Pornov is done. Chris Bourne. I think it's on a valid lap. But he has a lot to do in order to catch Koskio. Yeah, this will not do it. So he goes in and practice a little pit stop. Okay. Actually, Nilsson is still on track at half a second. What would that do for him? That would... yeah, that if he keeps it up. Yeah. He could disqualified himself on that. He went out too far. That's too bad. Let's look at the track. As I mentioned, it's not a track we've done that often. It's also called Circuit Ricardo Tormo. So we have this long straight. We might see people go wide or pull the elbows out, but there's a long lot of escape. Then we're coming around this. I mean, this is really a classic looking racetrack to me. Carvanieto, Afición. I don't know all the names here, but it's a lot of turns. You have to have your setup right. And here's this difficult curve, Champirreros. And then the last turn that sets you up for this long straight. So you really want to have it right to maximize your speed out of that. So we will wait for a moment here, and before the start is coming. So we 50 minutes, like I mentioned. And we have 19 cars on track. We have Diego Koskio and Chris Bourne on the first row. And I'm going to do the presentation a little bit later on. But Peter David, pole position for the Silver Group. Great effort. We have a full formation lap as usual. Okay, here we go. Let's get on the track. Do our little presentation. So here we have Diego Coscio, just an unbelievable fast driver from Argentina. And P2 we have Chris Bourne from the UK. P3 Steve Young from the US. P4 Derek Bird from the UK. P5 Mish Pornov, Macedonia or Macedonia. Peter David, pole position for the silver group. Terry Trowbridge, P7 from the UK. Brian Harford, platinum group. P8 from the US. P9 Daniel Britos from Argentina. P10 Thomas Reiner, also platinum group. He is in, or is he in platinum? Can't remember now. Anyway, P10 for Thomas in the total. And then we have, I'm sorry, did I miss Ambro? Yeah, Andrew Ambro, P11. Brian Banks from Canada, P12. And P13 from New Zealand, Kevin Torrance. Eric Langlois from France. P15 Richard McKay. P16 Aaron Shannon from Canada. P15 Peter Nilsson from Sweden. P18 Arton Castagay from Canada. And 19 Mike Maleski from Canada. There you have it. Coming through turn 12 and turn 13. Should see them start to go side by side. Oh, Thomas in the pits, some sort of a trouble perhaps. That was surprising. And he's in the silver group. I was confused. So here we go. Let's see if Coscio is gonna line up. Okay, there's the start. I was a little bit surprised, but Coscio got a good start anyway. Next to him is Bourne, Young, and Derek Bird. And is Peter David fighting with Pornov. Not for position really. More contacts. Doesn't look like anyone went off track. Just a hard battle back here. Another contact there with Pornov and David. Let's look at that. Oh, my instant replay button is not working. I want to have the graphic. Let's see here. Yeah, there's the contact. There's the contact. Peter David pushes out. So there we go. That was really the only contact. We had another one actually. Okay, that was Peter David's contact as well. Yeah, there we see the contact. That got 2 markers for the same thing basically. Okay, there we go. So there is really wide people go out. Terry Trowbridge chasing down Peter David. Harford behind there, not for position. It's gonna be interesting to see how he negotiates coming through. Trowbridge is really pushing here. Let's look a little bit further back in the field. Here's Mark Maleski and Nilsson and Castengay. Here's Shannon. Here's another little group. McKay, Shannon. And let's look at Trowbridge again. Really working here to get David. Oh, he got a little, like he got a little shimmy there. Shannon went wide. Yeah. Okay, now I see. Thomas got a stop and go, which he served. So let's look at a little incident here. Let's see what happens here. It involves McKay, Shannon, and McKay, I think. Yeah, a little tussle. Mike Maleski lost ground to Peter Nilsson. Up ahead, we have Steve Young chasing down Chris Bourne. Harford is not able to progress. You can see how they look on the starting. I can get up the graphic that shows position delta. There we go. Not much have moved in the front, but we see Langlois up 4 positions, and Thomas has lost 9 because of the penalty he got. I hope he still hangs in there, and we'll see him then work himself up. I'm gonna put on my audio camera director because I really want to have the graphic for the replay. See if I can fix that. Give me a couple of seconds. See if this works. Yeah, there's the instant replay graphic. Nice. Okay. This is Langlois looking back from his wing. So looks like most cars are starting to form a gap. Kevin Torrance gets a little bit closer to Shannon. Switching over to him. There's Torrance behind. Chris Bourne 2 seconds behind the Koskio. So we had the opportunity to interview Koskio at the last race after his win, and I asked him if he's been racing long and if he had like some real racing background, because he's just unbelievably fast. And he said no, it started with ACC during COVID, and I mean, he just must be really like a really good talent. Unbelievable. Steve Young's car is trademark Sky 194 green. He has that livery for most of the cars. Nilsson, yellow flag. Something happened there. Let's look. What happened with Nilsson? Oh, oversteer. Ay, ay, ay. That's not good. Let's see, Harford. Not for position, but if I was Trowbridge, I would just give way. A little bit more of a distance now between Peter David and Trowbridge. Nilsson, yellow flag again. What's going on back there? Oh, I think Nilsson jumped out. I think he dropped out. He gave up. Yeah, 19 cars. Fastest lap, Diego Coscio, 1:30.3. So he is considerably faster than Chris. 7/10 faster than Chris right now. Chris Bourne's last lap was 1:31.0. There's Harford coming up at Trowbridge. Oh, okay, Craig, yeah. I talked with him before about that because weird things happens on his ACC race. But this time I didn't see anything yet. All right, we'll wait to see what battles will ensue here. We see like a second, a little bit more than a second on a lot of cars. Closest right now is this, what we're looking at here. We're Harford chasing down Trowbridge. Not for position again. Trowbridge is pushing here, but Peter David is solid here. He's keeping the distance of about a second and a half. He has Ponov be up in front, not for position. And here Trowbridge, I would give way here to Harford. There's no need to have him hanging behind you. I would be nervous that Harford will do something to get past, and it would impede my chase down to Peter David. We'll see what happens. Another one I don't. Oh, there's one more that dropped out. I do not see Mike Maleski. Yeah, Mike Maleski had dropped as well. It's too bad to see. So down to 17 cars. Thomas is still slugging his way through. He has a lot of time to pick up, but I would say, you know, any time on track is good time, you know. And we see Koski behind here. Can possibly lap him soon. It's Ambro. Looking back to McKay. And Harford is still chasing Trowbridge. Now Chris Bourne is almost 5 seconds behind. And we have this little group here. Hopefully they will push on and get a little bit closer. We start to see some action. Dick Bird gets a little bit closer to Steve Young. This is a good shot when they're coming out of that first turn. Andrew is up one position from his starting point. A good run. McKay here challenging Ambro on the inside. Is that going to work? Yeah, very racy by McKay. Get on his in his cockpit. Looks like Ambro is braking a little bit earlier than what McKay expected. Yeah, very late braking there by McKay, but he has to kind of put the brakes on there as he was almost going out, and he would probably get the maybe get a little penalty or something, or a warning on that corner. Yeah, Koskio is just going faster and faster. Actually, now the last lap was actually 1 second slower than his fastest. We have Langlaw. Brian Banks is getting closer. So we're missing a few drivers. So Jonathan Wood, we're missing him today. And as we look at the Langlaw is has only raced the 2 last races, so he's further back in the championship. His best result so far is a P9 in the total. Oh, I'm sorry, in the silver. So if he ends up where he is now, P4, that would be a really good result for him. But it looks like Banks is closing in on him. Brian Banks is its P4 in the silver. 149 points. There is some delta of about 80 or 40 points between P4 and P3 in silver. So Banks needs all the points he can get to start to catch up with Daniel Britos, but Britos sits in P9 in the total right now, so that would be P3 in the silver. So that's really where his battle is. He wants to be able to pass Langlois and take it to Britos. But again, Peter David, really solid drive here, sits in P1 in the silver. Applause to him. Peter David P8 in the championship. And a win here, that would be a really good thing for him. Banks getting closer and closer to Langlois. As we have coming down to 34 minutes left. Probably in 10 minutes we're going to start to see some pit stops. Brad Banks up 1 position. Oh, there goes Langlois. Let's look at that. I think that was a simple oversteer. Here he comes. Yeah. That's too bad. But that's good for Britos. Or I'm sorry, for Banks. That's what he wanted. Now he can see if he can chase down Britos. It's a solid drive from Banks so far. Steve Young 1.8 or 1.3 now behind Bourne, and then behind we see Derek Bird, currently P4. That's where he started. Hopefully these 3 cars gets a little bit closer and we start to see a battle there. Further behind here is Pawnov. He has 7 seconds up to the guys in front. Let's look at Ambro now. So Ambro is getting up to Banks. Let's see if we can bring that challenge to him here as we're starting lap number 11. Let me know if the sound is okay. So Ryan Harford is coming up to Terry Trowbridge. He still sits behind Terry Trowbridge. Not where he wants to be. So he sits currently down P6 in the Platinum. That would be the last point, but you still get a lot of points. In the top 10 you get a lot of points. We have this progressive points system. Look like Steve Young is getting closer now to Chris Bourne. 1 second between these two guys. Here's the one of the battles I wanted to see. And Derek Bird sits behind there, observing, waiting to pounce. Such a good-looking car, that Lamborghini. Sounds great too. Oh, now it looks like Steve is really getting racy. Let's get in his cockpit for a little bit. Oh, he's fighting with his wheel. I had to get some Loctite for my wheel because these 4 little screws, I think it's actually only 3, that holds the rim itself to my Fanatec wheel nut module. They got loose, so I had to sit on the straight sometimes and tighten down those screws, and that's not really what you want to do when you drive. So hopefully the Loctite wheel is going to sit for 24 hours. Test it tomorrow, the LMU sprint race, and see how that is. Harford looks to get a little bit closer now to Trowbridge, but again not for position. We stay with these guys that are currently now the closest, Ambro and Banks. Look like Steve Young have lost a little bit steam there to chase down Chris Bourne. But Ambro, Banks could be a little interesting group. Also we have Britos in front, so Banks have really done inroads here to reach Britos, like we talked before. Britos is ahead of Banks quite a bit in the championship, but if Banks passes Britos, that would be good for him. He would start to chip away on the point delta between these two competitors to top of the silver group. And like I mentioned before, I don't think I mentioned, but we're going to have like a little interview of the winners. Hopefully we get to talk with Koski again, as well as Peter David. As we see Trowbridge goes wide, I don't think he meant to do that, but the net result was that Harford pass, which is good. Good for Trowbridge, I think. So here's Peter David. So this is not for position. He just wants to get down the road. And now Trowbridge is 7 seconds behind Peter David. Now see Trowbridge goes in for a pit stop. Interesting. So maybe he felt that when he went out there that he lost grip or something. Ambro trying to bring the challenge to Banks. This is for position. Let's see, he's going to do a late break or something. He did brake late because he gained a lot there on Banks. And we have Britos in front as well. It's an interesting little battle. And Ambro, Ambro just came back to eSeniors after being off racing for about a year. So it's great to see him back. Look at the cockpit. It's an interesting view because you have to see how much later he was braking than Banks, but I think Banks had to negotiate Britos in front. And we see Peter David was diving into the pits. Mishponov having a little lonely race. He's way behind Bird. And Harford is 6 seconds behind him, so he doesn't really have anyone around. As we continue to see pits, Banks and Ambro, was that an accident? Oh gosh, I think they had an accident when they went into the pits, maybe at the same time. Let's see what happened. Camera on Ambro. Oh, okay. A little bump. Hopefully that didn't push Banks in too fast, so he gets a drive through with something crazy. We'll see. All right. The Shannon fan club have showed up. The Shannon. Now, when the pit stop starts to come in, he's up 6 positions, but he still has to do his pit stop, so that's going to push him back a little bit. But I think he's been doing a solid race. Now he's chasing down Langlois. Langlois has not pitted yet either. Let's get in Shannon's cockpit. As we're clocking halfway. Let's see if Aaron got a better exit than Langlois. Yeah, Shannon pushing hard. So we'll see they're lapping pretty evenly, these two cars. Mishponov looked like he was slowing down quite a bit. He looks to be okay there. Let's go back to Aaron here for a minute. Koski is now 14 seconds ahead of Chris Bourne. Unbelievable driving by him. And Shannon is pushing. Interesting to see who's going to do the pit stop first. Passing the pit lane right now. Behind there we see Torrance goes into the pits. Then the Britos is in the pits as well. Scanning the pit stop times. Doesn't look like anyone have had a really disaster in the pit stops. And I think everyone is changing tires because this track eats tires because it's just turn after turn after turn. This is the closest action, really, yeah, on the track. We have also Banks still chasing Ambro. They have not pitted yet. Oh, I'm sorry, they have pitted. And here comes Britos ahead of them. Yeah, not that important for them. Although Ambro is really pushing on here. And he managed to... oh, there was a little contact there. Let's see what happened. I think there was a little three-way shoving. Oh, Britos went out wide and then came in, and there was a contact. So now we have Bourne and Young have done the pit stops. Koskio have completed pit stops too. McKay in the pits as well. Here's Banks and Britos. Both of these guys, as well as Ambro, all done with their tires. So this could be an interesting battle. Banks really, like I mentioned, Banks really wants to pass this guy. Britos to take some points. Keep an eye on that for sure. Langlois running long. So is Shannon. They haven't pitted yet. Eric actually runs in the lead at the moment. Koskio behind. But again, Langlois have not pitted yet, so let's see how he negotiates with Koskio. If I was him, I will let Koskio go. That's not his fight. And there comes Koskio on the inside. Such a good driver. Look at that, then he just disappears. It's unbelievable. Okay, it's Banks. Fresh tires on these guys. Less than 20 minutes remaining. So we get to see Banks make a move. Looks like he has better pace than Britos here. Langlois and Shannon have still not been in the pits. Yeah, here comes Ambro as well. It looks like both Ambro and Banks feel that they have better pace than Britos. Britos does not have his tires up to temp and pressure perhaps. Here we see Bourne and has Guy behind him, very close. Shannon goes now into the pits. Let's see what's Guy gonna do. It's a fight for P2. Oh, late brake by Sky. This guy went a little bit hard over the curb, lost some time. Langlois is still outrunning. Just gonna see, his last was 1:35.4. So he's almost 2 seconds slower than his fastest, Langlois. Peter David in the lead for silver. But here we're watching Chris Bourne trying to get away from Sky. Now here he created a little bit of a gap. Solid driving by Chris Bourne. Fastest lap. Diego Coscio, and we see Langlois goes into the pits. So clean air for Chris Bourne. But Sky is hanging in there, about second behind. Let's jump and look at Banks. Getting closer and closer here to Britos. Closest fight on track right now. 17 cars on track. Nilsson and Meleski dropped out of the race. Langlois have a very long pit. Look at Sky, gets very close now to Bourne. Just waiting for a little mistake to pounce on Chris Bourne. Max is still chasing Britos, but a little bit further away. Great fight between these two guys. Sliding a little bit. Steve Young coming out of that corner. Really the closest race on time on the track. Oh, what happened with Peter David? Yellow flag. Oh, something happened with Peter David. Where is he? Oh, there he went by. He went off. Trowbridge passed him. What a disaster for him. Let's see if we can catch that again. What happened? Peter David leading the silver. Oh, he just went off track there. Ah, what a tragedy. Oh, it goes off again. What happened? Technical problems? Something not right. Peter David, is he still off track? Now he gets back. Something happened. He's dropping now. Ah, that was too bad. Trowbridge now in the lead comfortably. Richard McKay now passing Peter David. And Koskio clocks yet another fastest lap. Ah, that was too bad. Very sad. Steve Young is still working. So less than 12 minutes remaining. Steve Young is really fighting. Wants this spot. Let's not forget Banks. Chasing down Britos. So now this is about the podium. This is now the fight of P2 and P3 in the silver group. Let's go and give some screen time to some other guys. So here we have Thomas been fighting, going around the track since he had a penalty in the start. Here's Arthur Cascongay up 2 positions. Eric Langlois down 1 position. And then we have Kevin Torrance, he's down 1 position. Aaron Shannon up 3 positions. Peter David unfortunately dropped 6 positions, was in the lead in the silver. Richard McKay up 4 positions. And Mr. Ambro up 1 position. Brian Banks up 3 positions, and Daniel Britos up 1 position. Terry Trowbridge, he ran where he started, but he's now in the lead for silver. Harford has come up in the platinum realm of P6. Mish Porn of P5. And Derek Bird here, P4. And now we're up to Steve Young and Mr. Chris Bourne. Getting fierce between these two guys. Spicy. And we have less than 10 minutes remaining. This is probably the race that we're gonna see to the end. As we see Arthur Caston-Gay had a yellow flag, possibly went off. Good battle. Yeah, Peter David went wide, went off track, unforced error, and that pushed him back. Here's Daniel Britos. Brian is not able to get him. Oh, maybe here. Tucking in behind. He gets a slipstream. Britos got a good run out of there. Close fight between these two guys. McLaren and the Ferrari. And looking at Steve Young again, coming into turn 1. He gets a good run into the corner. Yeah, he runs very tight there. Yeah, a lot of pressure on Chris Bourne right now. Look at this from his cockpit for a while. Good driving here. Oh, something happened with Umbro. Is it Umbro? No, Custom Gay. Something happened with Custom Gay. Oh, it went off like that. Back to Steve Young. Oh. You can see that Steve is braking late, later than Chris Bourne in some instances. Peter David has problems back there. Yeah, he went off again. Not sure what's going on. Oh, here we see how late. Oh, there's contact. Yeah, Steve was braking really late. And there's a little contact, but they carry on. No advantage. See if we can do something here. Get the slipstream. Fight to the end. 4 minutes remaining. Could see maybe a little tire fatigue here. Oh, what happened here? Oh, Banks and Britos coming together. Oh, something happened with Koskio too. Oh, Koskio went off. What happened? Let's see. Let's see if we can catch this very dramatic development. This Peter David. Oh, ooh. And Koskio kind of skimmed his side and went off. I don't know if the... yeah, I don't know what happened. So drama there, but still Chris Bourne is 11 seconds ahead, so there was plenty of buffer for Koskio to keep his spot there. Hopefully we're able to discuss that contact. Yeah, that was the leader. But it looked like all of a sudden Peter David looked like he was almost standing still. That's probably, that could have surprised Diego. Just my speculation. All right, Steve Young is continuing to push. 2 minutes left. Let's see if we can get someone to decide whether it's going to be P2 or P3 for Chris Bourne. I'm looking down there. We see that Banks now is P2 in the silver. There was a contact with Britos. My guess is that we might need to, we might get the report on that. We'll see. Yeah, it looked like Peter David were actually stopping on the line, on the racing line there, or lifting at least. But anyway, really no harm done. Koski is still 10 seconds ahead of Chris Bourne, so he had plenty of buffer. Let's see, Torrance. Look at Torrance. Looked like he was getting close to Trowbridge, or I'm sorry, to Shannon. And we have Britos in front. Steve Young lost a little bit ground, half a second now between these two guys, and it's 34 seconds remaining on the race. Let's look at the leader as he works himself through on his possible last lap. I'm not sure really where he is. Okay, this could be one more lap. Blue flagged car in front of him. And also we have Shannon here. For position. Torrance behind. Steve Young is pushing. Diego on his last lap, but there's a lot of traffic. Yeah, they have this little bunch that is negotiating. But Chris Bourne 10 seconds behind. Steve Young now pushing up closer. Is he going to be able to do something here on the very last lap? Here's Koskio. Looked like he had pulled down his tempo quite a bit. But really solid race by him. And there he is, he's gonna take the flag. So yet another win for Diego Koskio. Unbelievable race by him. Chris Bourne and Steve Young are in. Trowbridge, the win for silver. Trowbridge, and then Banks and McKay. And Britos and Torrance goes into the pits. Interesting. Why is that? It's a little odd. All right, so Trowbridge, Banks, and McKay, 1, 2, 3 for silver. Okay, so hang out, and we're gonna have a interview. Let's do the interview screen, and let me pull up the graphic, podium graphic. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. And then I'm gonna pull in the guys into the podium or in the interview room. There we go. There we go. Koski on Trowbridge. Let's see if we can get to talk with someone. All right, get over to these guys. Hey, Terry, interview. Congratulations, P1 for
hello.
silver. Hey, you lucked out a little bit there. Peter David was doing really well.
I wasn't going to catch Peter. I just it was a little bit on the. He was a little bit quicker than me, and that's all there was to it. I was always going to be.
I'm not
behind.
sure what happened.
I don't know what happened. He's got a loose steering wheel, apparently.
Oh.
He just said to me, I don't know what's loose on it, but something was loose, and I don't know what happened to Thomas. He disappeared.
Yeah, he got a some sort of a drive-through in the start. So he must be out of position. Yeah, but I had that problem with my wheel, the rim itself that was coming loose, the bolts,
right.
and I had to fight with that during the race and start to screw it down on the long straight or something. So that's really frustrating. Yeah, because I saw he went off on the side for a little bit.
Yes.
And then he was sitting there, so maybe he was screwing
trying to tighten
down.
it up, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know what happened to him.
This track is kind of fun, right? I mean, do you like this track? We haven't been racing.
Yeah, it's one of the tracks I like. I prefer this, although it's of a similar ilk to Mazzano or somewhere like that. I prefer this track. I find this flows better for me.
Yeah.
Mazzano, I can never get right. So
yeah, I feel that this is more of like a classic racetrack. You know, it's turn after turn after turn.
Yes,
it's almost like a go-kart track. You know?
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite enjoyable. Better than Kota last week.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not my favourite at all. That one.
I mean, I'm getting so into that track now, so I really like it actually. So I enjoy it.
Oh well, somebody had to like it.
Yeah, someone. Unfortunately, I don't see Koskio here on the audio, so I think we'll close it out. I mean, I'm unbelievable driving by him. I mean, it's just.
He's on another planet.
And I talked to him after the last race as an interview, and I asked him when he'd been racing for a long time. He started when it was like COVID, and then he's been racing, and he doesn't really have a racing background. I thought that maybe he's a professional retired driver or something.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit more, he's like 52 or something like that. So he's been waiting a little bit to turn 50. So he could start the race.
The advantage of age on us.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So.
But he is very, very quick. I mean, Chris can't keep up with him either.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So thank you very much. And tomorrow we time change, so the Americans are not going to be upset anymore, and we'll all be in sync.
So tell me what time it is. 7:00 my time tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, it's the same time. I mean, you're in the UK.
Yes.
So it's going to be the same time. It's 7:00.
As it was last week. 7:00.
Yeah.
So that's what confused me was the fact that LMU was 7, and then Mondays I missed it because it was 6.
Yeah.
And now we're back to 7 again tonight.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been 6:00 actually. That was more a mistake. But yeah, we're 7:00, and then it's 7 until we change times again. I guess so.
So we'll see you in Bahrain tomorrow then.
It's not Bahrain. It is Sebring.
Isn't it? Sebring? You sure?
Sebring. Rain. Sebring and Rain. LMU. Yep,
Oh,
yep,
yes,
yep.
so it is.
So it wasn't that
yes.
many racing at Sebring Friday.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
But it's raining and it's 75%. So sometimes there is no rain and then there is rain and so on. So
The problem with Sebring is it's so bumpy.
yeah, it's very bumpy. But
In the wet, it's going to be.
yeah, you
It's
just
a
have
bit
to
tricky.
take it easy. Just try to get through it.
That's right. Okay.
All
then.
right. Well,
Okay.
we'll see you
tomorrow
then.
then. Yep. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers. All right. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time. And congrats to Costco and Trowbridge, Platinum and Silver winners. See you guys. Bye-bye.